What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about some ways that you can get in an amazing workout without lifting heavy. So before we get into this, if you guys enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We post new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure you subscribe to catch all of them. So there's a huge misconception out there that in order to really work your muscles, get them feeling cooked, destroyed, like you just hit a really hard gym session, you have to go heavy. And I'm here to tell you that is absolutely false. You do not need to be lifting crazy heavy in order to get a great workout whatsoever. You know, there's so many people who come into my gym and who say that they've experienced back pain or knee pain or all these other types of pain. And I'm like, okay, well, what are you doing? 90% of them are lifting heavy loads. And when I say heavy loads, I mean going for like 1, 2, 3, even 4 rep maxes on something like a back squat or a deadlift, something like that where it just absolutely destroys your back. And they're doing that because they want to feel like they worked their muscles. They want their muscles to be tired. And yeah, when you lift heavy, like your muscles are gonna feel tired. You're lifting heavy. I wanna tell you guys, there's so many other ways that you can get in an amazing workout, in my opinion, a better, well-rounded, harder workout than just lifting heavy. So I wanted to share with you guys these ways. And the first one we can do is adding a tempo. You guys know how much I love adding tempos. I think they're so beneficial. If we're throwing out everything having to do with sports performance training, and if we're just talking about getting in a really good workout, tempos are the way to do it. Full on, you do not need a crazy heavy load. All you gotta do is just slow down the 3 movement phases, right? So for every movement, you got the eccentric, so the lengthening of the muscle, the isometric, and then the concentric, which is bringing the muscle back, right? The shortening of it. If you apply a tempo, you're basically saying you're gonna do each of these phases in X amount of time. So like the eccentric, 2 seconds down, hold the bottom position for like 5 seconds or whatever, stand up. So if you take an exercise, you don't need to load it up. Like let's say we do a back squat and you only put 25s on there, so that's 95 pounds, and you add a tempo. I promise you are going to be feeling it, right? Maybe you have to go heavy, or maybe you go like a plate on each side, 135. But if you take 135, when normally you would be squatting something like 225 for reps, right? That places so much load on your spine. And if you add a tempo, you are going to be feeling it, whether you hold it at the bottom, slow the eccentric, do both. Do that for 5, 6, 7, 10 reps, whatever you gotta do. I promise you that is one of the best ways to really activate your muscles, get them feeling it, and it's just great for you altogether. It's great for getting synchronization. It's great for your structural tissue, right? What's better than getting a great workout and feeling good after and having it be beneficial for your body? So that's number 1, add in some tempos. Number 2, what I love to do is adding a pulse. So you'll see this time to time. A lot of what we do is sports performance training for our YouTube channel. So you will see this from now and again with my athletes. However, like when Spencer and I work out or when we do train general population, I add tempos in all the time. Also, especially if you're like a skier or a snowboarder or anything where you kind of have to sit in this position, right? Just working on that pulse. So you're gonna load up the bar, whatever you do, even if you're doing dumbbells, if you're doing a bench, like whatever you're doing, you don't need to go crazy heavy. You can pick the angle you want to pulse as well, right? So you can, if you're doing a bench, just keep it here and just pulse, just work on this portion of it. Or if you're doing a squat, right, you're here, just up and down here. Trap bar, same thing. You can even do it with like a rear foot elevated split squat right here when you're just pulsing up and down. Dude, I swear adding a pulse works so well on just stimulating that muscle. It is great for building up strength as well. All of these things will build you strength. They will cook your muscles if you're just after that burn. So definitely work on adding a pulse. Like I said, you can add it in for relatively any exercise, and all you're doing is just really targeting that work. Even if you're doing RDL, right? If we're just up and down right here, we're really activating that posterior chain when we do it. Dynamic movement, the full range of motion up and down, super important still, but check out adding a pulse if you want to kind of mix it up a little bit and really feel that burn. I don't remember the third. For the third one, this is arguably my favorite way. Actually, I lied because I really do like tempos. But you can incorporate everything into this third way. A lot of my programs, I utilize this. It's just pairing things up, partnering them up, creating a set. So instead of going dumb heavy on a back squat, right, like 4 sets of 2 or 4 sets of 3, right, pick other exercises that target the same movement in maybe a different fashion. So let's say you go heavy on a trap bar, and by heavy I mean 3 sets of 6 or something like that, about like 85%, right, of your 1 rep max. So you do that for a little bit, then you load up the sled and you push the sled, then you do some mini band work, or then you do a rear foot elevated split squat, something like that, where you're hitting legs for the entire series, but you're doing different leg exercises, working different things, not just the same thing over and over and over, right? You're working different parts of the leg, and just that accumulation of load, accumulation of tension, that is really gonna feel the burn, right? We did in the last video we posted, that leg series where I believe it was trap bar, sled, and minivan, right, Spencer?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, dude, we were feeling it. In the middle of set 1, we were like, holy shit. You will feel it that way. There's so many options you can do. If you want upper body, right, you can hit a bench press, then you can move to a landmine, then you can do some type of dumbbell like fly if you want to target your chest, shoulders, that area for the series. So you don't have to go super, super heavy. Doing this way where you partner things up, I think it's way more beneficial for your body, way more athletic. Whether you're an athlete or not, you should be training like an athlete, right? And in the sense where you're just taking care of your body. You're not just doing load just to do it, right? No ego lifting. You want something where you feel good, where you see the results, and you can actually come into the gym knowing that you're doing something that's, you know, programmed for your personal growth and your benefit. So that's what I love to do, especially with my athletes as well, to go back to this. I don't want to lift crazy heavy. Sometimes you do need to lift heavy. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. Sometimes you need to lift a little bit heavy in order to get certain adaptations you want. And if that is your goal, you know, go for it. Go do what your goal is. But for those of you who are just seeking that burn, that really good leg workout, give these 3 ways a try, right? Next time you're in the gym, instead of doing that heavy back squat, maybe try partnering it up. Hit some trap bar into a sled, into mini band, or some other variation like that. Like I gave you guys the bench example. Really try this out. See if you like it. Get some power exercises in there as well. And I think you guys are going to find the benefit of this. I think you're gonna feel better. You are gonna see your strength increase, and you are going to feel the burn. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and we will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.